Welcome everybody. In this presentation I will describe the chapters included in subset 26, System Requirement Specification. Inside the documental baseline of the new CCS TSI, all the functional requirements relative to the onboard subsystem and the TSI subsystem are included in subset 26, System Requirements Specification. Subset 26 consists of the following 9 chapters, from subset 2601 to subset 2609. Subset 2601 Introduction is the introductory chapter to the other chapters included in subset 26. It lists all the chapters included in subset 26 with a brief description, and it indicates how to read each chapter. Subset 2602 Basic System Description is the document that describes the architecture of the ERTMS. Inside it are indicated and described all the components included in the TSI subsystem and all the components included in the onboard subsystem. In Chapter 2, the application levels that can be implemented in ERTMS are also described, indicating for each level the components and functionalities of the TSI subsystem and of the onboard subsystem. Subset 2603 Principles is one of the most important chapters of subset 26 because it defines the operational and technical behavior of the system in general and functional terms. Inside subset 2603 are also indicated the requirements relative to the implementation of the braking model. Finally, in this chapter are included appendixes indicating the fixed values and the national values to be used for the onboard calculation. Subset 2604 Modes and Transitions defines all the operating modes applicable in ETCS, and for each mode the following information are given: the ERTMS ETCS levels in which the mode can be used, the related responsibility of the onboard subsystem and of the driver, the operating modes transition table. Subset 2605 Procedures contains the description of the procedures applicable in ETCS, like start of mission, train trip, track conditions, and so on. For each procedure are included a flowchart and a table of requirements relative to the flowchart. In the image, this is the example of the train trip procedure, so we have the flowchart and the relative table of requirements, where for each state indicated in the flowchart are indicated the relative actions to be done. Subset 2606 Management of Older System Versions defines the composition of envelope of legally operating system versions, the allowed envelopes of system versions supported by the onboard, how the baseline 4 requirements must be modified to be used in the older system versions. Subset 2607 ERTMS ETCS language contains the table of packets transmitted by the TSI subsystem to the onboard subsystem and the table of packets transmitted by the onboard subsystem to the TSI subsystem. For each packet, the structure and the definition of its variables are indicated. In the example, we have the structure of the packet number 27 International Static Speed Profile and the definition of the variables included in the packet. In subset 2608, messages are defined messages transmitted from onboard subsystem and TSI subsystem. Also in this case, for each message is indicated the relative structure. Finally, in this chapter are defined also the requirements to be followed for the message transmission. Subset 2609, classification of clauses, contains the table of all requirements included in subset 26, from chapter 2 to chapter 8, with their classification, onboard requirements, TSI requirements, definition, informative, others. Thanks for your attention and follow the channel to be updated for the next publications.